My name is Lily. I grew up in a small town called Maplewood, a quiet place where everyone knows everyone, and secrets don't stay hidden for long. My best friend since childhood was Emma. We were inseparable. Sleepovers, shared diaries, matching bracelet. Her home was like my second home. Her family felt like me. I knew her parents, her little dog Benny, and her older brother Ryan. Ryan was 3 years older than us. He was the quiet one, mysterious, calm, always with headphones in and a sketchbook in hand. Back then he barely noticed me. I was just his sister's goofy best friend who talked too much and laughed too loud. But time changes every tea. After high school, Emma and I both went to college in the same city. One weekend we came home for her birthday. That's when I saw him again. Ryan had changed. He wasn't the shy boy with messy hair anymore. He was taller, confident, with that same quiet smile but sharper eyes. When I walked in, he looked up from his sketchbook and said softly, "Lily, you've grown up." I don't know why, but those words made my heart skip a beat. That night, the house was filled with laughter, lights, and music. And between all the noise, Ryan and I ended up talking on the porch. He told me about his job as an architect, how he still painted, and how he missed the peace of their old house. For the first time we weren't kids anymore, we were two adults connecting. When he looked into my eyes and smiled, something inside me shifted. I didn't realize it then, but I was already falling. Started slow. Late-night texts, random coffee meetups, little inside jokes we never told Emma about. I knew it was wrong to hide it from her. But I was scared. Scared of what she'd say if she found out I liked her brother. So we kept it secret. Stolen moments, quiet smiles, whispers behind closed doors. But secrets have a way of breaking hearts before the truth ever does. One evening, I went to surprise Ryan at his apartment. I had baked him cookies and wanted to tell him that I was ready to tell Emma everything. When I knocked, he opened the door. And behind him a girl walked out. Beautiful. Wearing his shirt. She smiled politely, said, "Nice to meet you," and left. My whole world stopped. I didn't ask questions. I didn't need to. The look in his eyes told me everything. He said, "Lily, it's not what you think." But I couldn't breathe. I just whispered, "It never is." Then I left. That night it rained heavily. I walked home without an umbrella, my tears mixing with the rain. Every drop felt like a reminder of my mistake, of loving someone who was never truly mine. And the worst part, the next morning Emma called me. She said, "Ryan told me everything." Her voice cracked. "You should have told me, Lily. I lost them both in one night. My best friend, Dee, and the man I loved. For weeks I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Everywhere I went, memories followed. The porch, the messages, the laughter. But life doesn't stop when your heart breaks. You still have to wake up, go to work, breathe. So that's what I did. Slowly, painfully, I started painting again, something I had stopped doing when he left. Every stroke of color helped me pour out what words couldn't. One evening, months later, Emma came to my apartment. We just looked at each other for a moment before she said, "I was angry, but I never stopped caring about you." Tears rolled down both our faces. We talked all night about Ryan, about love, about how sometimes good people make bad choices. I learned that forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself from what hurts. And Ryan, he texted me once months later. He said he was sorry, that he never meant to hurt me, that he didn't know what he wanted back then. I didn't reply, 'cause all I knew what I wanted, peace. It's been 2 years now. Emma and I are best friends again. We laugh, we travel, and we never bring his name up. Not because we're pretending, but because we've healed. Sometimes when I pass by his old house, I still remember the girl who fell for her best friend's brother. But I also remember the woman who survived it. Love doesn't always end in forever. Sometimes it ends in lessons, and that's okay. Because every heartbreak leaves behind a version of you that's stronger, wiser, and a little more real. And now when I paint sunsets, I smile, because the same light that once made me cry now reminds me I made it through the dark. Not every love is meant to last. Some are meant to teach. And sometimes losing someone you love is how you find yourself.